gaming right there.
Yeah, this I'm excited for. We've got the MS Esports lineup. Now, this has changed slightly with what we have. We're already in, so we'll see the players as they come through. But this is the former MCES team with a couple of new additions. Repotted Gaming you already saw. So let's see what MS Esports can bring defensively starting off. Tyrannus in with the Zapquake to kick this off, starting off the pathing here to lead in for his Lalo and for the hero dive coming through. We've got a lot of damage coming in, so we want to bring the support by adding in the Ice Golem and the King to give the full power to take on this entire compartment with the scatter shot, the defending queen, and of course getting to the Warden Tower. But we still need to help work through, get that town hall down, which means we're gonna have a big push, and it's that log launcher opening up the path to lead everything into it, but we do reserve the Warden for now.
Yeah, and I think the log launcher angle is really, really good, because I think if I'm not sure how the log is going to open everything, but it looks like that the single Inferno Tower is open as well. So if everything is going right, that queen might even take down that single Inferno Tower. So let's see how things are going. So far, the queen is kind of skipping that tower, which wouldn't be good news at all, but the tower already being really low with those Yetis. The queen then, with her ability, can take down quite a bit, and there is again a lot of red mines on that outside. Queen ability used in a second to take down the town hall, but the single Inferno Tower now again is going to survive, and the Lalo is getting started into that eagle side.
Okay, so Queen can help pick off just a little bit more. The Wizard Tower would be huge, and it's just enough. Having the no splash on the back end is always a wonderful thing, but like you mentioned, we have to get through to that single. The sweeper's pointing in the opposite direction, so no big deal, but we want to save maybe this Warden ability coming in to clip through, not only for the multi and Royal Champion combination, but to try and get a slight push coming in for that single position where we expect to see some of the traps, and here they are. So the Tome helping to keep them carrying through, but more traps along the way.
Oh.
But he doesn't lose out on everything. He's still got a spread to come in from the outside edge and an invisibility.
Yeah, the Loon's barely surviving, but getting taken down by that Wizard Tower. He has one invisibility spell left if he wants to use it, and one air defense to still overcome. The Warden is helping, obviously, really nicely, but those Loons, they have to close in quickly because they are dropping like flies, and there's an Arch Tower and the air defense going down, which is crucial. And now we have this time ticking. There's ground skeleton actually coming around, and this now means time is ticking. It's 22 seconds. I don't know if he's going to make that, especially with those skeletons trying to run away from those minions.
Yeah, this makes it a lot tougher. Storage does go down. That's the biggest contender, but still needs to make his way through. Electro Owl helping out. The CC goes down to in the core, and it's up to the army camp, and it does. So Tyrannus coming in on the phone, like you said. And I gotta ask, is this Giannis? Did he rename himself to Tyrannus? I'm not quite sure, because I remember
so, yeah.
Giannis. But he is coming in like a Tyrannosaurus Rex with those epic starts to this war. We're going to see if they can keep the momentum going, because we have yet to see what MS Esports will have in store. And again, we were talking about the lineup that we have. So from the former MCES Esports team, we have Ariam, Kingsman, and Synthé, but we have the new additions for the MS portion of this, and that's Alec and Nachoa, who have definitely shown some power and prowess coming in. So let's see who's going to kick this one off. Oh, it's going to be Synthé with the Super Drags? What? Are we sure this is Synthé?
Donut? What happened? I mean, there's the perfect skinny donut, no? Like, what happened? Okay. This means we have Synthé coming in. I mean, he's using the Flame Flinger as well, which we know he is running in Legend as well with his Mass Hog Rider attacks. So let's see how much value he's going to get, and if it's baited, because we have seen so many Legend bases use those outside skeleton traps to make sure those Flame Flingers are not getting that much value. So we have to see and wait what exactly he is looking for value-wise for this Flame Flinger. And then he's going to start with his Super Dragon. And that's the cool thing about them. They're really quick, so he can take his time. If you guys are wondering, oh my god, he's already 1 minute in. I mean, typically Super Dragons are really quick, so it shouldn't matter too much. And now he's starting things off. Super Dragons from the top, and then Heroes from the 3 o'clock side to push everything back in to make sure this tunnel is going down.
Yeah, so head straight into the core, and again, this is where we're going to save the Warden ability to clip through the Town Hall, not that early Rage. Oh, excuse me. He is going to come in with the early Warden ability and Rage to get to the Town Hall, but he is going to have to hope that he has a good surround of those Super Drags to bypass the Town Hall after they take it down. Heroes are definitely going to help keep in line from the outside, as is the Flame Flinger, which is just about to open up. But they're completely bypassing the Town Hall, which does create a huge problem for Synthé. This is why it can be problematic, but we've got the Royal Champ who's held off, coming in. We've got the Freezes to help hold through. Rage combination to get her in, but surrounding defenses are keeping her at bay. He's got the ability. That boost, regenerative health, will be enough, and the freeze, if needed, to hold it off, but can still hold this for the multi and for the defending hero here. Oh, multi does not go down. Itsu, Synthé is in a tough spot.
Yeah, like, I'm really surprised him using those Super Dragons. He is famous for so many attacks and so many creative masterpieces, you want to call it, when he's doing those. So it's really surprising that he's going with this strategy and, well, in the end, falling short, and not even falling short a little bit, because this is barely getting to those 80%. Which is exactly what those ring bases, those legend bases are known for. If you fail, the fail is pretty much a really low percentage. And we have seen so many, like not so many, but we have seen already a couple of defenses today. And a lot of them were on the really high percentage note with like 97, 98%. But this one being on the lower side is already a huge advantage for Repotted coming into this one. It's paying off big time running those legend bases. Even after this, every single base is getting 3-star. This one defense already would be worth it to bring those ring bases. And you can see how annoying it is to plan on them, because on anti-3 bases, you can kind of expect where those traps are and what maybe the base builder saw. But those legend bases, it's kind of like a coin flip. They could be anywhere, so it's really hard to attack. And, well, Synthé did fall short, unfortunately, right there.
Yeah, and you know, I gotta commend Synthé for coming in with some versatility in this. It's nice to see players switching it up and mixing it up, but it also begs to question if we have Repotted Gaming knowing Synthé style and trying to make sure that they're avoiding any placement of good value for those Skelly Donuts, because they know that's something that he would come in with. That's part of the downfall of players that do have particular styles, is that you get more opportunity to try and defend against them. So maybe he didn't see something that would work and opted to go for this different approach. But let's wait and see if MS Esports have any defenses under their belts as General X comes in with the Super Drag attack, looking to maybe add a little salt into the wound if he can pick up that 3-star here. We've got the Town Hall on the outskirts. Notice the Stone Slammer in place, so we are coming in head on with these Super Drags to go for the Town Hall. A slight pull away here could pose an issue for the Super Drags, but it does look like they've got the position lined up to go straight for the Town Hall without losing too much investment going into the core.
Yeah, the Rage and the Trader, everything pushing those Super Dragons into the Town Hall. Otherwise, a big group of those Super Dragons at the top side with the Slammer now slowly getting open. Another Rage pushing all of those Super Dragons deeper into the core against those single Inferno Towers. Now the question is, again, we have to take a look at that back end with those defending heroes, because they are so important to stop those attacking heroes, especially the Queen with her Unicorn. And still, take a look at this entire Tesla farm on the far left side. We have to wait and see how many traps are there, but so far, the Super Dragons kind of seem to slowly die out at the bottom side. At the top side, we have Sid the King with his ability and the Royal Champion not even deployed. This is not looking too bad right there.
No, the Royal Champion can come in, sneak through, take on that multi-targeting Inferno, and you see her already being dropped in from about that 1 o'clock side of the base to help through as the King works his way through with the freeze to take on the scatter shot position. We've got the Queen also coming in for assist and the Super Drag there to help out. Invisibility is going to ensure that this gets taken down, even with the Tesla farm on the back end. This is a done deal for General X coming in with another 3-star to continue to dominate over MS Esports from the start. They are playing hard. They have come in to get further towards that big prize pool, and they are not letting up with a phenomenal defensive start and a double combination of the triples coming in. Repotted Gaming is definitely showing that they are a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah, that's for sure. And now MS Esports, they really need that next 3-star to put up at least somewhat of a pressure back to Repotted to make sure that they're still in this match, because now not another 2-star would be really, really devastating. So we're looking forward to see what type of strategy they're going with next, because I'm still surprised that Cincy went with those Super Dragons. I don't know if they tried to go out of the comfort zone to surprise the opponents, to do something different, or maybe it was because, well, MS Esports had no better ideas against those ring type of bases. So then the question is, how do they approach the remaining ring bases? Because we have seen already in the beginning, in the first match, that Repotted had all ring bases, all legend bases prepared for those matches. So now the question is, how do they then deal with the remaining bases? Is it going to be more Super Dragons? Is it then going to be a different strategy? Is it going to be a different approach? What is the answer for those bases? Because Super Dragon attack did not work off in that one, and everything skipped the town hall. So it was even kind of close to that 1-star with a little bit of like more skeleton traps around the town hall. So things can go downhill as well with Super Dragons, and let's see what the next attack strategy of choice is going to be.
Yeah, you know, it's those 1-stars that do occasionally happen. I mean, we're not only seeing the best offense coming in, but we should be seeing some of the best defense coming in. And we talked about it earlier, is the decision of when do you bring in your supercharged bases, you know, and who can you really hold those against? That is the challenge in all of this. But Nachoa needs to come in with a 3-star, try and catch up, get his team in this, and find a way to defend and defend strong. We've got the Yeti Blimp coming in deep inside this base. We've got the Rage combination down, but we want to see the scatter go down, see that single go down. And is it going to be enough? The scatter goes down, single goes down, and there we go. Ice Golem, though, coming out of the CC, will have to be contended with this Queen here. So this is going to waste a little bit of time, but the poison will help speed it up slightly.
Yeah, that Yeti Blimp got a lot of value right there. Really nicely done. Question now is, where is he going to wall break? Is he going to try to wall break at this Air Expo? How are things going to look over there, or is he having a different approach? That Warden out of range could be really devastating to that Queen, but there is the wall break. Now the next thing he has to do is force this Queen inside, maybe use the King at the bottom side or something to get this cannon and the Wizard Tower out of the way, and that's exactly what he's doing. But he might be a little bit late. The Queen is now going to the bottom side. There is red mines. Oh no! So many red mines are coming up. He's trying to use the coconut boost, but it's too late. The red mines are taking down the healers. Repotted, incredible base speed right there. And Nachoa is having an incredible tough job to do. Not only getting this 1st-star, but as well the 2nd-star. The sweepers are there as well. I mean, it is not going to be easy at all to somehow get into this, because the sweepers are there, and with the Dragon Riders, I mean, the town has to be active first. So things are really good. Not really looking good at all.
No, they are not. The Queen does have her ability intact, and Royal Champ trying to help clear this path. We've got that final wall break coming in, but the Queen is on the opposite direction and not looking like she's going to come back around, even with the Royal Champ, because she's got enough pulls. So drops the invisibility spell. This is what brings her back around. With her ability intact, she's got what she needs to get to the town hall here. Skelly's trying to hold her off, but it's not going to be enough, so he will recover at least the 2-star, but he needs more than that. He needs a 3-star coming in with only 47 seconds left to go. Drag Riders coming through, and not with enough of a spread. We need the minions down for the cleanup. The Archer Tower still did not go down here. This is not going to be enough time and enough power to get the job done. Repotted Gaming certainly having the number on MS Esports in how to hold them back. And you can see Nachoa's disappointment in this one.
What a beautiful bait right there. And that's the magic of those red mines. You can be so annoying against those queen charges with the red mines, and that's exactly what he showed off. At the end of the day, I think it's even going to be a time fail because he had to really make sure and concentrate to get that second star. So you can see how important those red mines were, because otherwise the plan would have definitely worked. So really nicely done to the base building team from Repotted. And, well, I mean, MS Esports really struggling against those ring bases, and that's something you have to keep in mind. Some of those teams are really looking into scouting the other teams and trying to find their weakness. And it seems like that Repotted has found the weakness of MS Esports not being well prepared against those ring bases, against those Legend style bases, because even Legend itself, we see mainly diamond shaped bases, and we see box bases. Those are like the most common ones, but those ring bases are kind of rare somewhere around, but so you don't really get that much practice against them. So really good job so far from the base building team, and MS Esports really struggling. So another 3-star for Repotted would be already a huge lead, because we have to take a look again, not only at the stars, but at the percentage. The percentage are so low at the moment for MS Esports. So we would need a miracle for Repotted to throw this, but I mean, things can always happen. But we have Largo in next with the Packers match with some Super Wizards.
So, Super Wizards to come in, help work behind those P.E.K.K.A.s. We're going to see a push coming in from the opposite side of the town hall with that log launcher to open up the path. But first, we need to start shaping up the course of the base. And the way that we do this often is by using the Warden, who has a nice long range, just an extra couple of tiles over the Queen, so we don't have to wall break in. He can reach over, get those scatter shots down, and take on some flanking damage to create the path that we need coming in. But it is very time extensive, so we need to keep focus on the clock here and try and get going with the main push by about the 2-minute mark. So we might see a rage coming in. Yes, we do. That doesn't only help protect the Warden, but it does speed up the power of him getting done what needs to get done. 2 minutes and 4 seconds, and he's got to start getting ready once that scatter goes down to pull in from the 6 o'clock side and force his way through into the town hall position.
Yeah, and tick tock, the time is ticking. Already 70 seconds gone of this attack. I mean, that's going to be a quick one, hopefully, or not, let's see. But those Super Wizards typically are really quick with their splash damage, so he has to keep them alive though, and that's the tough thing about this strategy. Super Wizards, it's so easy for them to go down, and now we have to wait for that defending Queen. No, Queen ability lost already from the beginning. That's not good news at all for Largo. The log launcher though is pushing everything inside, and so far it looks like he has an army of Super Wizards left, which is good. But he's going to push in between of those two multi-inferno towers. So let's see what the journey looks like for those Super Wizards and if he can keep them alive.
Yeah, what I do like is the king pathing, forcing into the multi-compartment here, keeping everything on course straight to the town hall. But it's that Queen ability that's lost that you mentioned that is usually critical coming in, especially since we don't have super bowlers. We'll see if we have any. We do have the Yetis coming out, which does help, but they've opened up a little bit earlier. We would like to see them taking on the single targeting Inferno. P.E.K.K.A.s are going to suffer through this because of their high hit points and how fast they get burned down here. And again, Queen's going to struggle, but we have 2 invisibility spells to try and cover through the jump to connect to the town hall, but nothing seems to want to go inside. Ice Golem coming with the freeze radius for that scatter shot, but nothing going for the town hall. Queen's finally there. Will she take the jump, and will the invisibility be enough for her to take this down with the Royal Champ sneaking through? It is just enough power to save this. I think MS Esports was feeling like maybe there was that 1-star opportunity to potentially come through, but unfortunately not for them. But it is going to be a defense, and that is where they needed to, well, where MS Esports needed to see some saving grace, and it is an 89%. Maybe not as low as they wanted to see it, but they're starting to make their way there. They need to see a little bit more coming in.
Yeah, exactly. This had to happen, but at the same time, I mean, so far we have not seen MS Esports having any answers to those ring bases of Repotted. And at the same time, as soon as you're failing twice on those ring bases, and as well getting baited like you have just seen with the Queen charge, it kind of feels like that the other team is getting in your head. So like you're rethinking everything twice, 3 times and everything. And that's typically where it really falls short, because we know as long as you like play your attack in a clean fashion, use your coconut loons, especially those pro players know, it's really hard to get baited. And I just think like those red mines were like, he could have used the coconut loon, which is easier said than done, obviously. But they need to get this next attack as a 3-star to show that Repotted is not in their head getting those defenses left and right. And they yet have to get the first 3-star. So we have to wait to see what the next answer is going to be. They have tried Queen Charge Dragon Rider. They have tried Super Dragons. Both had not worked yet. So the question is now, is it Lado? Sui Lado? Queen Charge Lado? Is it Lado? And no, instead it is going to be a blimp. Is it going to be a Super Archer, Super Wizard blimp? And that could be a lot of value. So that's an awesome entry right there with the warning ability covering that blimp to get into that core. And he's taking down the Town Hall. Oh my goodness, this value already looks awesome. Taking down even more Expos. And that's the big problem for those ring bases. The Blizzard blimps, the Super Archer blimps as well. And that's exactly what we have seen right there. And he has not even started the remaining heroes yet. The Tornado Trap triggered as well. Things are looking really good for Alec right there.
My goodness, he has taken down a huge chunk of the base, a third of the base taken down already. Those Super Archers, of course, getting that beautiful range to reach a Town Hall and spreading out. We do still have the Scatter Shot up remaining, but that's really the biggest contention other than the Eagle to worry about, and all on one side, easy to reach to. We've got the King raged up. We've got the Queen working through, holding on to that ability. And we've got Yetis working along with the Royal Champ to sneak through, take on that Scatter Shot, and clear this up. So we can get a big approach with some loons on the back end to clear this. But this is all about the power of the heroes, the Drag Riders and loons working together for the surrounding defenses. This might be one of the fastest attacks I've seen coming in this way as a Royal Champ works her way in, meets up with the heroes. Itsu. This is impressive coming from Alec.
Yeah, I think this has to be one of the coolest attacks which we have seen today. This is such a rare thing that we're seeing those Super Archer blimps, but they can be so strong, especially because no one is predicting them, right? Like, when you have those ranges, you try to make sure that Super Wizards cannot reach over the wall, onto a Scatter, onto an Inferno Tower, to have this additional 2-tile gap in between of the wall and the important defense you want to protect. But those 2 tiles mean nothing to Super Archers, right? They just smash through it, no problem whatsoever. And that was showcased perfectly right there from MS Esports, from Alec. What a beauty of an attack, I have to say. That attack was awesome to watch. And maybe MS Esports having this hope of a comeback. I kind of hope that it's going to be close at the end still. Because so far, I mean, even though this was a nice 3-star, Repotted has still everything in their own hands of finishing off this match. With keep 3-star, and we have seen it already before that they're so good on offense. Let's see if they show it again.
Yeah, I think that was definitely one of the most OP attacks of the day so far. Nice display and execution, and something that we often don't get to see is that combination of the Super Archers in it. So taking great advantage and starting to think creatively with what they're doing. So it seems like they have the confidence and the boost to come back around, but it does depend on a big defense coming in as well. MS Esports definitely is a team that has shown that they have defense that comes through, but we're going to have to wait and see if it's going to be enough to turn it back around and if they can keep the confidence boost, because we still have Kingsman to attack and Arium to attack for MS Esports, but there is so much power left over coming in as well from Repotted Gaming. I mean, these guys, we've seen them through their journey last year and how quickly they made a name for themselves, and they were one of the youngest teams to come through, and they just seem to be growing exponentially.
Yeah, we have Matt coming in again with his air, with the dragons. This time though, no Super Dragons surprisingly. Instead we have dragons and dragon riders to take down this air defense. There's 2 black mines getting triggered, and this means this blimp should be able to reach this town. The trade trap is over there, but if he has the right clan castle, this shouldn't be any problem, because what you... Oh, giant bomb! Wait a second. This was not the correct clan castle. You want to have around about a little bit more than 20 goblins, then like 2 minion, and then like 5 to 6 sneaky goblins. But it seems like he had not enough goblins inside that clan castle to kind of like make sure the duration of the tornado trap is not long enough. And then the sneaky goblins got rotated into the giant bomb. This is a big problem right there for Mac, and things are looking good for Elec right now on defense. And let's see what is happening. But I mean, so far, it might be the second defense.
That is a huge loss of the CC, and this is going to have to be compensated for. Plan adjusted, which is not going to be easy. Comes in with the drags, which means the Warden ability is going to have to carry them through. King and Queen have a lot more work to do on the outside edge, which means they have to dive in a little bit deeper. This is all about the 2-star recovery at this point, because when you lose that blimp value from the start like that, you do run the risk of 2-starring. And at very least, we'll be able to recover that by coming in for the Town Hall. Queen still working on the outside edge, but Scattershot stands. And let's see how he can finish this off. Royal Champ could help out quite a bit, and I am impressed at the value that the Dragons are getting through despite going through that poison bomb.
Yeah, Dragons having a lot of hit points overall, so they're kind of sustaining through that poison at the same time. And Multi-Phone Tower and Scatter on the back end is melting through them with that Royal Champion on the far right side. Trying to take down that King. King is falling short, but as well, I don't know if that defending scatter shot, if it's going to go down, this might be still maybe, I mean, you never underestimate heroes, okay? Never underestimate heroes, especially with the unicorn on them. So the Phone Tower should maybe fall as well. And the Queen is trying to dive forward, but I think this Expo is going to end the career of that unicorn and of the Queen.
Wow, but did you see that Dragon finally taking down the multi? Queen has her ability, will get a little bit of extra boost while she's invisible, but not enough to carry her through, like you said, the Expo. But percent is going to be high, which is going to give Repotted Gaming what they need to try and carry on. That Electro Owl also picking up even more percent, doing some favors. So this was a beautiful recovery despite that unfortunate use of the blimp and the combination coming in. Nice baiting coming in from MS Esports, but they seem to be falling short on getting the percent that they need to try and turn this one around. We see here that they still hold the lead on percent, so that means that MS Esports, if they want to get back into this, not only need to pick up the 3 stars, but they need to hold one more defense.
Yeah, that's the thing which we have talked earlier about those ring bases. Not only they're really annoying to attack, no one likes to attack them really, but in addition to that as well, if you fail, typically the percentage are really low, and that's you can exactly see that in the percentage game at the moment. So even though if MS Esports 3 stars now, they would be tied up on stars, at the same time they would still have the lead for Repotted with this percentage. So you can see how important percentage is in general in this game. First of all, I have to say I look forward to see what they're coming in with next. The Super Archer, Super Wizard Blimp worked, but what is next on the menu? And we can see it. Kingsman is in. It's no hybrid. Instead, it's the Queen Charge Lalo onto this base of General X. So we have to wait and see how he's trying to approach this. We have a lot of walls open on the corners, so you might now be surprised and think, why exactly is that the case? Well, the reason for that is actually that wall breakers with that it's way harder to predict where they're going. In addition to that, sometimes even heroes or troops in general are really hard to predict where they're going. So you have to be careful, and we have to look out for some red mines, because after the second attack, I'm really afraid of red mines on those bases of Repotted, so let's see and wait where those traps are.
Yeah, so we've got the rocket links coming in, helping to form up the path. With these ring-style bases, it is all about shape and formation, because the main push is to get into the center of the base, and it's the rings that actually keep you from trying to work your way through. They can easily deter you and pull you in different directions. So you need to shape up the funnel, which means take out the outside edges and create some meat to pull you in and through. And that's where the jump comes into play to charge a Queen along, but taking on a lot of damage. So we've got the rage damage here. It pops the ability early, so this invisibility spell might need to come into play, especially as we have to worry about the CC troops potentially coming out, but still going strong with this one, and still has the Rages to keep her alive so far.
Yeah, and with all of those expos at the top, this means that he can kind of easily charge this bottom side, but as soon as he's getting closer to the Town Hall, he is going to run into a ton of damage. The Town Hall itself, and after each other, the expos are going to start shooting as well. He now has his Warden on ground, actually, with his King, with this Royal Champion from the top side, which is going to be interesting because, I mean, they can take down a lot. But it seems like he wants to swag the ladder with those heroes diving in. But there's the Clan Castle coming in as well. And those headhunters might be annoying. Even the Rage is getting invested for that Royal Champion. That's a ton of investment right there, especially considering that Queen has no ability left. So she is about to fall, and she is left dying in this core. But hey, he's using the invisibility spell to keep her alive a few more seconds. But I think those expos are just too much.
Well, she got the multi down, so that does help out at least. We've got the healers picking up traps along the way, which is a huge bonus, but nothing to help with the multi on the back end except the split of the loons here. Is it going to be enough is the biggest question. 43 seconds remain. He's got an additional loon that can come in for some cleanup if need be, but it's up to the King and the Yak and this Warden to come in, take down the multi. Do we have the opening for the King to work through? Does he have to beat through the wall? They're already in there taking down. He's got the opening, which means he's got it done, and Kingsman brings in a much needed 3-star. But it doesn't end there. They not only need these 3 stars rolling through, they need one more final defense since they are down on the count with percentage, and RPG has gotten the best of them so far.
Yeah, and I love it that it's going to be close again at the end. I mean, after the first attack, you already kind of thought, after the first performance of Repotted, that this is kind of like a done match, but it's still getting really close. It's 10-10, only percentage being the difference maker, and we have Fantastic for Repotted as the last attacker, the Blizzard Lalo attacker himself. So I'm more like, I want to see if he's getting those Blizzards through consistent, because everyone knows that he's playing Blizzard Lalo, like that's what he does. He switched away from this classic Clan Castle combination where you use 5 archers and 4 super wizards. He switched away from that and instead is using only 3 super wizards and added more goblins, more archers into this to make sure that he's able to trigger more traps with his blimps before the super wizards then are coming out. And it seems like actually he's switching away from the Blizzard because only 2 invisibility spells in this one. And he is going to the Lalo with the lightning. It seems like a Sui Lalo, but at the same time with some Dragon Riders. So I'm super looking forward to see what he's coming up with. But wait a second. It's still going to be a Blizzard, but with just 2 invisibility spells. That's interesting. No, it's a Yeti Blimp.
No. We've got the Yeti Blimp coming in. Pulls the CC out of this as well. And I wonder if we're going to see the RC trick or if we're going to use that lightning spell for potentially for a headhunter coming out, which we obviously don't have here. The nice thing about this Yeti Blimp is with the rocket loons coming out, it holds up the ability of the rocket loons and the minions, gets us down in the poison, pulls it out to a nice corner, and gets the opportunity. And look at that, gets the zap down, tries to take more damage to give the Queen. Easy push coming in, and those super minions stay at bay and knock down nice and fast. The great thing about Timtastic that I've always loved to watch about him over the years is his creativity and attack style. Even though he's gone with the Blizzard, he was always known for coming in with very creative style attacks. And here we go. We've got the invisibility spell down, helping carry that Royal Champ through, heading towards a scatter shot. And Queen needs to work her way through to get to the Town Hall position now.
But take a look at that. This looks so baited. Testa farm and ton of ground skeletons in front of the Town Hall. He wants to take down that Town Hall with his Queen. He needs to invest now more loons. Funnel the Queen inside that Town Hall compartment, because there's not much space left if he gets that Town Hall, but the town needs to go down and time is ticking. It's 1 minute and around about 20 seconds left only in this one. And now the Dragon Riders at this top side trying to snipe that Eagle as well. Queen is getting down the Town Hall. 1 minute and 15 seconds. Time is ticking. Dragon Riders are coming in, taking down the Eagle, the Lalo in as well. And he has not even deployed the Warden yet. Now into that scattered compartment we go, with a couple of spells left and even a Rage not even deployed yet.
1 minute Lalo, easy peasy, especially for Timtastic. The one thing he's got to worry about is this multi freezes it up and has a drag rider coming into play. He's got the haste and freeze to hold off for the back end, and you can see how beautifully this is pushing along with 43 seconds left. And that's the thing, the minute Lalos do work well when you have a straight line path and your hastes to push along. So this does mean RPG coming in with the 3-star does secure their win overall on percent. But hold up, we've got the tornado traps. The minions, the pups will secure it, and he is unjinxable in getting that win. There is no way that Lady B was gonna jinx Timtastic on this one. Repotted Gaming with a solid finish there. But we still have that final attack from Arium to see from MS Esports. Despite it being a 3-star, they were down on percentage, but let's see how they finish off the day.
Yeah, that's right. Really incredible attack right there from Timtastic. Like, what he is taking down with his heroes is just so incredible. So much value right there. And even staying calm and reacting accordingly to this really annoying looking bait right there with the double skeleton trap. Testa coming up over there as well in front of the town hall and still getting it done. Nicely done as well. Now Arium for the last attack for MS Esports. Is he going to be able to get another 3-star on the board? Is he going to make it 13-13? Percentage won't be, he won't be able to top the percentage of Repotted anymore, but he can get the 3-star either way. It's going to be a Blizzard Lalo with Ice Golems. So let's see where he's going with the Warden. Okay, he is all in. Warden ability last second to make sure this blimp is going towards their town hall.
Now right there into the core of the base, we've got the Blizz coming down. Nice range and reach to take this on, and the surrounding defenses absolutely stunning. And these are one of my favorite style attacks to watch, these ice Lalos in particular, because they're often used strategically by these pro players, knowing where they're going to pick up the most value with their timing of the Ice Hounds, typically where we have multis and heroes combined together, and also sometimes the air defenses within close proximity or scatter shots. So we'll keep an eye on where that comes through, but for now has a beautiful opener to secure the pathing for this Lalo.
Yeah, and we have the Ice Golem now coming in as well to support this hero dive to take down the Royal Champion and the Multi-Inferno Tower with maybe even X-Bows. Let's see how far they're going to make it. He needs a lot of value because, I mean, he has no Warden left anymore. He invested that Warden to get the blimp guaranteed to the Town Hall. There is a lot still on the defensive side, on this top side, with those X-Bows firing away on that King, the Multi-Inferno Tower, taking down those barbarians with those giant bombs. The question is he going to be able to take down this defending Queen? At the moment, I'm not sure, but the Queen with that unicorn is kept alive, and with that, they're pushing around the corner, and that might be enough to take down this Queen.
Beautiful invisibilities that actually help this Queen through, and it is enough to take down what's needed. And come in with the assist. Look at the Lalo pathing again. We talk about these nice straight lines, a haste that force them along, and beautiful position of those Ice Hounds holding off the surrounding defenses, including the Eagle. So great pathing coming into this, and a nice long line leading through. This is an excellent finish for MS Esports. While not necessarily what they hoped for percentage-wise, still coming in at the end of the day as strong as they can try to be, but the Loons actually starting to thin out, and here come the traps on the back end to actually thwart it. And this is going to be the final defense coming in at the end of the day for Repotted Gaming, who certainly has carried their number over MS Esports.
Yeah, really good bases, and there you can see as well that you can just throw off some teams with running unexpected bases where they might have not been prepared for, and only 12 stars from MS Esports. That's something which is not that common, which you see. So really well done to the Repotted base building crew, getting this victory in the bag, 13-12. Impressive performance right there, and Repotted playing 2 matches today, winning 2 matches today, really convincing on offense and defense. So I'm looking forward to see them back tomorrow again in action. But that much just was incredible. We take a second look at the war stats. We have 12-13 with a really one-sided as well percentage. Overall 96.2, and take a look at those numbers. That is impressive. Holding back MS Esports like that, that's not easily done.
It is not. The 79% from Synthé, I think, was the hardest one to swallow, because when you look at it, there was the 92